You hear that? No, that's like not even as clear as I'd usually hear it in the car.
It could just be a difference of the sound, the speakers it's playing out of. You're on your headphones versus the car.
I mean, I guess so.
There's big outside of audio channels being adjusted. That's because yeah, now this is the original DS version. Well, I shouldn't say the DS version. This is the soundtrack version. Go play the DS version. I would actually look up how it sounds on the DS. I think I forgot how fucking crispy it is.
Vector to the heavens. DS, but DS.
Let's see. In-game version, there we go. Okay, it's not that crunchy as I remember it being.
Yeah.
Wait, let me hear it for the strings.
If you hear from like the...
I guess if you're hearing from an actual DS speaker, it's different than
Yeah.
emulated speakers. Anyway, enough about that, Shion.
It's crazy, actually, like how limited. No, it's crazy how limited the sound and the music is from this old hardware. Not even from like this the hardware, like the audio processor, but like the speakers itself. Because I remember hearing like Pokemon Crystal's soundtrack. After I like plugged in good headphones to a Game Boy Advance one time, and I was like, oh, there's stuff in here that I didn't even realize was present.
You ruined my joke. The joke is
Dun,
Shion.
dun, 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 dun.
Welcome back, y'all. My name is AJ, and I'm here to yap about Higurashi When They Cry Kai, Chapter 8, Matsuribayashi. I am once again joined by my straight man Griffin, who is losing his hearing. Say hello, Griffin.
What?
I said say hello!
You're yellow?
No! I'm green! Cause
You
Sonozaki!
don't have a spleen?
Neither does Okanogi after his fight with Akasaka. Ayo! Last time, Oishi pulled through. Tomitake did not. EDA kind of fucked it up. And then Akasaka's here to save her asses. This time, I don't know. Why are we still here? Why have we not run yet? Why are we not running? Why are we not running? Kasai was doing alright, but Shion wasn't doing too well. Of course, it wasn't life-threatening, but she couldn't hear well from her left ear, possibly due to so close to an explosion.
I finished the mod to my Xbox controller.
Nice.
If I click on that. Mark. New joysticks.
Shion decided to lay down a tatami mattress in the torture room while Iri kept her eye. Can we call it something else, please?
The storage, the torture device storage closet.
No! I had to come up with an idea to rescue Tomitake from the clinic. Had Akasaka and Kasai on the side, but both were used to battle. Also, that Iri, who knew about the secret basement in the clinic. They would have to get moving quickly, but they at least had a plan. It's almost 10:30 a.m. It's been a very long fucking morning. Felt like it was almost evening. If we were at school, it would be only second or third period. They had to pull themselves together. They had to regain their fighting spirit, the Hajime no Ippo. He checked Shion's left ear with a pen light.
耳鼻科の先生でないとわかりませんが、運が悪ければ鼓膜が破れている可能性もあります。頭痛やめまいはありますか？
いいえ、全然へっちゃらです。
You wet his handkerchief and wiped Sion's face gently.
驚いてます？木南沢ファイターズのマネージャーに銃撃戦ができて。
ええ、驚いています。あなたが死ぬ気だったとは。
EDA, weren't you in a car crash like 30 minutes ago?
ああいう言葉ってその場ではかっこいいけど、生き残っちゃうとめちゃくちゃ恥ずかしいですね。やだな。
Something happens to you and I live. My sister will never forgive me for that. I don't know my loved ones anymore, but sis does.
茶化しっこなしです。あなたの思い人というのはサトシ君のことですね。
さあ、どうでしょうね。今頃どこにいるやら。生きてるのか死んでるのかもわかりませんけど。
生きています。
Yeah! Shion's thoughts stop in the tracks, but EDA answered immediately.
北条サトシ君は
Where is he? Where is
生きて
he?
います。彼は去年のあの日、不幸な振動がたたり、末期の発症を迎えてしまったんです。
Mia and the other club members already told Shion about the current situation. She kind of understood what he meant.
私はサトコちゃんと同じ薬で治療できると思いました。ですが、サトコちゃんが治療できたのは極めて幸運なケースだったようで、サトシ君の
Is
治療は
Satoshi... Has he been at the clinic the entire time? He's still there! He's been there for a fucking year!
サトシ君。サトシ君。生きてるの？
今まで話せなくてすみません。サトシ君は
Satoshi couldn't the basement of the clinic. Shion and EDA returned from the torture room. Shion looked very
You hear
serious.
the children begging in the background. Also, yes!
He's been there this entire time! In that fuck-ass basement!
What have you been doing this whole time?
発信機か何かがつけられてい
Playing
る
Go
と
Fish?
考えられませんか。先生の私服ではなく
Playing Minesweeper.
診療所で持たされるものや着せられるものにです。
You got really into Final Fantasy 14.
この白衣くらいですが。
監督、ちょっとボディチェックします。
Shion checked EDA over like an inspector in an airport. Then she found a little button in the backside of his collar. This little round button. There was no reason why a button like this would be on the back of the collar.
こいつが発信機でしょう。連中はこいつを信頼してるから、直接尾行しなくてもここを突き止められたんです。やられたわ。となりゃ、このボタンがある限り、陽動作戦が可能になるってことだね。
ボタンを持ったおとり隊が敵をおびき寄せ、その隙に手薄の診療所を襲い、富武さんを助け出す。それが最善でしょう。
となれば、そのおとり隊が陽動するには、私の裏山が一番でございますわね。
そうだな。あそこなら敵を引っ張り回せるぜ。しかもあれだけの山だからな。敵も相当の手勢を集めるだろう。その分、
Bring me a man. I need men.
読み切れないのはどの程度敵が診療所に残るかだ。診療所には敵にとっても重要な富武氏がいる。相応の守備を残すだろ
う。となれば、富武より美味しい餌をおとりと一緒にするのがいいのです。大丈夫ですか、リカ？はいです。みんなと一緒でサトコの
I can't believe we're stuck in this situation all because we don't know a fucking phone number.
裏山に精通してるのはこの中では部活メンバーだけだね。おとりは部活メンバーが引き受けるといいかもしれない。そうだね。
Depends on whose phone number it is, I guess.
その間に
Because, I mean, the reason we need to get Tomitake is so we can alert the Bloodhounds, like, hey, everything, go, go, go. You think they would send a unit after they lost contact with Tomitake, but I guess I don't know how secret government agencies work.
今はオフですので。
Sakura replied while checking an automatic pistol. Good, finally he has fucking weapons. He used this particular gun before, but he was used to handling guns. It was prepared to fire, too. Idiot tried to remember he has to remove the safety, but he looked nervous.
Oh god, you're with the gun.
Seriously, weren't you in a fucking car crash like half an hour ago?
Like, yes, my ribs are still dangling.
You seem pretty mobile right now.
Yeah, he's got multiple punctures in his lung.
葛西さんはすごいですね。これはショットガンですか？
ショットガン？
奇数発目はスラッグ弾です。面制圧も壁抜きもできます。
おお、散弾銃の立つって通り名は聞いてたけど、本当にショットガン使いなんですね。
散弾銃は恐ろしい武器です。ですから相手に当てずとも降伏させることもできます。あと皆さん、防弾ベストがありますので着てください。
Because I sound very dependable. At the same time, remind everyone that this operation will be a very dangerous one. Oh, damned if we do, damned if we don't. Even a veteran soldier can die in a gun battle. There's always a chance of death, regardless how well trained you are. In fact, Kasai and Akasaka were the only people who could depend on. Kasai talked to EDA, I'll carry a gun because it might be dangerous to have one. EDA, just put it down. Put it down. Here, use. This is a magnifying glass. Use it for your lobotomy beam.
Focus it.
Focusing. What is he doing? Focusing.
足りなさすぎです。ファイヤーサポートに私がイングラムでも持ってきましょう。
でもシオン、お前耳大丈夫なのかよ？
What?
It's hard enough. It's like the Death Note, but you could just take them to their face and they're just drop dead.
ご心配かけてすみませんでした。
Too bad EDA has prognopostia. That would be, I can kill anyone by knowing their face. I have prognopostia.
Prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia.
嫌だな、聞こえてましたよ。
Yana tricked her. Yana didn't say anything. Jian can still hear out of her left ear.
シオン、危険だよ。正直に言って、おとりに混じるのも危険だと思ってる。シオンはどこかに身を隠してて。おねえ、聞いて。私、どうしても診療所に行かなければならない用事ができたの。でも、それを今話したら、里子まで来ると言い出す。それはダメ。こっちは室内戦、向こうも撃ってくる。それって。
Mion sensed it. He sensed the reason why Shion had to go to the clinic. That's why she didn't say anything more. She was in Shion's position. She would go, neither her hearers could hear.
危険ですわよ、シオンさん。考え直してくださいまし。
里子、シオンは救出隊に回る。里子はおとり隊のエースなんだよ。自分の仕事に専念して。しーちゃん、レナさんならわかるよね。私が死ぬ気じゃないってこともね。
分かってる。こういう時の女の子ってね、絶対に死なないから。
Unless your last name was
で
Ushiromiya.
すよね。殺されたって死ぬもんか。
But that Shion, people die when they're killed.
決まったようですね。ではもう動き始めましょうです。
No one told her that yet.
ボタンをこっちで預かるです。
はい、これ。頑張ってね、リカちゃま。
シーも頑張って。シーが強く強く信じてきた奇跡。
I wonder what Keiichi's parents are doing right
今
now.
この瞬間にかな
I know, I was just thinking that, like, why are the only adults, like, the only, like, parent here
神様が微笑んでくれたチャンスな
Shion's
のです。
dad.
信じないことは
We're just calling Kasai Shion's dad
そ
now.
れを誰かに諭された日も
Hey, I mean, Akasaka's a parent. It's just his child is
信じ
not
続けるって
in this town.
大変なことだよね。
That's true.
でも
Like, why are the only fucking
信じなかったことを悔い信じました。
adults
だから
here?
訪れた今日をどうか大切に今日 寄せたあなたの強い意志の前に、目の前の苦難はもはや苦難ではない。
She was like,
あんた
who is this?
友達ですか？名前は知らないけど
She was like, who is this child? I was like, oh, I guess we never introduced her.
そうな気がします
Thank you, random horn child, whose name I don't even
浦
know.
島様のお墨付きなのです。
Mountain dogs are retreating and reorganize their unit. They're not ready to attack again. Takano was furious enough not be able to bring Ara back to the clinic, even though they had her in their hands. He gave an order to capture her with all the mountain dogs' forces put together. Vehicles were at the clinic and they were all standing by for the order to attack. Takano wasn't the only one furious. Okanogi was angry as her. Look at policeman 5 years ago grown. He made Okanogi yield. He said that he was defeated, so he bent on revenge. The reason why the order to attack was held off because the signal from the transmission device in Idia was momentarily interrupted. Interpreted to mean that Idia had gone even further down into the basement. Mountain dogs assumed that the club members would go even further underground and try to escape by using some sort of secret passageway. That passageway couldn't be that long. They had to come up to the surface eventually. Mountain dogs were planning to catch them as soon as they surface. Villagers were too busy with fishing for setting up festival, so they had no idea what was going on. By this time, the mountain dogs had shut down the telephone network. They were afraid the club members would call the police. No way the town was being watched from the blockade units, so the club members couldn't escape that way. Ara and her friends had to come back to the surface. They couldn't be sinking or staying on the ground until things settled down. The lifeline Tomitake was in captivity. They couldn't be stupid enough to think of attacking the clinic to rescue him. Luckily, we are that stupid. So I called the police to help them. Patrol units, several cars drive around the village, their eyes peeled for the signal, the transmitter on those or those on the run. It's time to wait patiently. The battle returns to the starting point. The balance of power is even again.
日割り津より定時連絡異常なしいつまでも息を潜められるわけはねえんだじれずに待て
It's not even noon. It's not even lunchtime yet. What a day.
富武2位に尋問中です
We'll
どうや
starve them
ら
out.
説得を試みているようです
こうなっちまったら穏便に済ませるには監査役を抱き込むほかねえからな生かして捕らえたのはでかかったぜお姫様はいねえし東京からの電話もねえようやく落ち着いて冷房を浴びられるってもんだ
Alright, I guess we can't even call Token anymore since the phone's down.
東京から無
Oh,
線
but
です
okay, radio still works.
野村さんからサンサー宛てでなく隊長宛てです
やれやれ電話がダメなら無線かよさて東京の女王様がこの後に及んで俺に何のお話ですかね山犬のおこのぎですどうぞ
Some dogs being held in a small meeting room. Shoved under a desk.
Hi.
Screened so tightly that he... Is that somebody talking? Saying hi to Takano walking
I'm
in?
sorry. The two cats just ran in.
Takano wasn't really reading it. She was just staring. Near them said a sing. Silence filled the meeting room.
もうすぐ11時ね。本当に今日は長い日。あんなにも早朝に起こされてからまだ半日も経たないのね。
Talking in reply.
ジローさん、今からでも私に協力してはくださらない。山犬なんかいらない。あなたさえいてくれればいいわ。山犬には私の心を慰めることなんかできない。あなたの一見無神経な心遣いでしか慰められないってこの数日で分かったわ。ジローさんは分かってて私に無神経に接してくれてたのよね。変に同情しても何の役にも立たないなら
せめて私の心を気分転換で楽にさせてあげようと思って、そう思ってあんなに無神経を装ってでも私を楽しませてくれたのよね。高野三等陸佐として話してるんじゃない、高野美代として二郎さんに話してるの。それでも返事をしてはくれないの。
捕虜は名前と階級と認識番号しか喋っちゃいけないことになってるんでね。
その手錠の鍵持ってないの。ごめんなさい。
いいよ、それを求めたわけじゃないさ。
コーヒー飲む？
遠慮するよ。この状態でトイレの世話になりたくないからね。
Early conversation. Takano was happy Tomitake finally replied. Oh, it's solving a
僕を
problem.
殺すしかないならそれも構わないさ。捕らえられた時にすでにその覚悟はできてる。
そうね。私も二郎さんを今夜殺すつもりだったから、あなたにその覚悟があって嬉しいわ。
ならよかったよ。この覚悟が無駄にならなくて済む。
ねえ、死にたくないとは思わないの？あなたが私の味方になると誓ってくれれば、私はあなたを死なせずに済むの。上はあなたを生かす価値はないって言ってるけど、そこは私が何とかするから。
上は誰だい？
知らないわ。私と接触するエージェントは野村と名乗ってるけど、どうせ本名じゃない。私も素性はよく知らないわ。
でも手を組む相手に足ると思う程度には話をしたんだろ。
数度ね、おしゃべりをしただけよ。今にして思うと私を利用したいという魂胆が見え見えだった。でもなぜかあの時は彼女だけが私のことを理解してくれるって、そう思ったのよ。
わかるよ。君に誰かの助けが必要な時期があったことは知っている。その時君のそばにいるのが僕でありたかった。
そうね。そこにいたのが二郎さんだったらどんなに良かったことか。
まだ誰も死んでない。
これから殺すわ。
東京には君の黒幕もいればそれと対立する黒幕もいるが、ほとんどの上層部は今回の件をうやむやにして終わらせたいと思っているはずだ。高野さんはもう全ての手遅れだと思っているだろうけど、まだなんとかなるんだ。まだ取り返しがつく。なかったことにできる。
そうして祖父が築き上げたひなみ沢症候群の研究もなかったことになるのね。
高野さん、君は何がどうなれば満足だったんだい。
Takano closed her eyes for a bit while she came up with an answer. Grandfather's research has been insulted. She wanted those of her higher position authority to take it seriously. Nomura could make that happen. When the final operation was enacted, the higher-ups of the country would have to read the article, and they would have to believe what's in it. They will authorize the execution of the emergency manual. Yes, that would create an irreversible disaster. At the same time, disaster proved that her grandfather's article had merit.
それで君は満足だったね。
ええ、満足よ。それが高野美代の生を受けた理由だから。
前に聞いたね。なら君はこの作戦が終わったら消えてしまうわけだね。高野美代の目的は達せられ、地上からなくなり、君は本当の君に戻るんだ。田無美代子。それが本当の君の名前のはず。
Only been since she heard that name. Takano closed her eyes slightly.
そうね。私はもうすぐ田無美代子に帰るのね。
田無美代子という少女は両親を失って施設に送られた。そしてそこで虐待されて死んだ。君はそう言ったね。
あの日のあの金網の中に戻らなければならない。次郎さんは経験ある。
Takano told Tomitake of her horrible experiences, which were simply unimaginable for normal people. Takano, I fought a Nom.
もう一度あ
Oh!
そこに戻って。
Now I'm the asshole.
今度は
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
おじいちゃんに助けられずに死ぬの。そうすれば。
Mio Takano goes to Reddit. Am I the asshole for wanting to prove my grandfather's research as legitimate?
こんな妙な運命の行き止まりに迷い込むこともなかった。
君は死ぬ気だね。
作戦が終わったらいろいろとご褒美があることになってるけど、あまり信じてない。ある日突然ホームでドンと突き落とされるんじゃないかしら。
君には心を許せる味方はいないのか。
クライアントは所詮クライアント、味方じゃないわね。でも山犬は味方よ。彼らが私の靴を舐めたくなるくらいの金を弾んでやったからね。
Learn to read the room.
心は許せないなど。
味方は味方よ。あなたを捕らえ、今から R たちも捕らえようとしている。私の役に立ってくれてるわ。
それは今の君に必要な味方じゃない。
そうね。今の私に必要な味方じゃない。
She paused because Tomitake said exactly what she had been thinking. Since the day Tomitake disappeared, she had been feeling restless. Takano had to admit that she needed Tomitake.
次郎さん、山犬は何億円かのお金で転んでくれたわ。まだ私の手元には1億ちょっと残ってる。あなたはいくら払えば転んでくれるの？
君が一番欲しいものがいくらで買えるかを考えてみるといい。
こんな時にキザな例えだこと。お金では買えないって言わせたいのね。
諦めるんだ。山犬は飼いならせても僕は飼いならせない。
それを転ばせたいと言っているの？あなたが望むならお金だけじゃない、何でも与えるわ。私の髪の毛一本からつま先の先端まであなたのものにしていい。靴を舐めろと言うなら今この場で舐めてもいいわ。それでもまだ足りない。
Tomitake didn't reply. That was an affirmation by silence, but signaled to Takano that he already told her everything he meant to say, in the most saddening form of silence for her.
あなたより毎朝早く起きて朝食を作るわ。待ち合わせ場所には必ずあなたより先に来る。二度とあなたを待たせて試すような真似をしない。それでもダメなの、次郎さん。
Tomitake didn't say a word. Couldn't see her face under the desk. He could sense it. He wasn't time to say anything to her. Being silent was the one thing he could do. Suddenly the phone rang. Takano sniffled once and picked it up.
高野よ。そう。分かったわ。今すぐ行くわ。
Takano stood up as she put down the phone.
R が発見されたわ。入江の発信機の反応も一緒。街道が封鎖されていることを知ってて、山中を徒歩で脱出するつもりのようね。山狩りには手こずりそうだけど、人目がないのは私たちに好都合だわ。じゃあね、次郎さん。なんとなくこれがあなたとできた最後のおしゃべりになるような気がする。最後にあなたから言葉がもらえなくて残念よ。
Yeah, still, Tomitake stayed silent. Takano ran out of the room. She looked like she was hurrying back to work.
連中ははじめ近くの山中に出現し、村中に出たようです。村人に接触して助けを求めようとしたのかもしれませんが、偵察車両の1台が 逃走者の一部と R を発見追跡。一時期 R と発信機は別行動しましたが地図の山中で合流しました。
チリジリになったのが合流できたということ？
ええ、連中は逃走路について十分な打ち合わせをしてやがったんちゅうことでしょうな。山の中なら地の利があると踏んでやがるに違いない。ブッシュが深ければ武器の効果は激減する。あの空手野郎の考えそうなことですね。
Why are you so hung up on the karate part, man?
It just don't make sense.
ひなみ沢でならともかく沖宮に入られたらもう
He's cooking right now.
Higurashi, when they cry, Matsubayashi has encountered an error and must close.
What? Oh no.
BRB.
ひなみ沢でならともかく沖宮
There we go, there we go, we're back, alright? Everything's fine. Oh, the game just could not handle Okamura coming on screen. I think a fucking music transition crashed the game. So Okamura crashed the fucking video game. Soccer. Remember, it's soccer, not football. Because soccer is the correct term.
I didn't know you were really such a football fan.
No, I just like to fuck with Hazel.
Okay.
Look at the look Takano's giving him.
Like, bro, you're cutting too hard.
Both of their facial expressions right now are amazing. Just like, get a load of this guy.
Like, why they get stuck in that?
もう後がない。私も出て陣頭指揮を取るわ。富武はここに置いていっても大丈夫。
大丈夫ですね。完全武装の保安隊員。
Okay, only 8 guards.
その倍の完全武装兵が来てもしのげます。それよりも問題なのはあの空手野郎です。奴をできませんぜ。
I really just hate SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't believe you got added to Fortnite before me. The organization, therefore the arm was more heavily than anyone else in Mountain Dogs. Confidence security unit.
Can you imagine Higurashi characters in Fortnite?
I can. I'm imagining it right now. I'm not kidding, by the way. SpongeBob's in Fortnite.
I don't believe you.
He's a companion character.
Oh, wow.
And also Bleach is in Fortnite now.
Oh, yeah, I knew it, though.
Yeah, but yeah, SpongeBob, you look it up. SpongeBob is. With the flip of the switch, it can change between merely stunning or killing the target. Perfect weapon for people like the Mountain Dogs. That's somewhere to ruin the head for the gorilla. Release and smoke them out.
Hello? さすがに展開が早いぜ。サンサ、全般にありがたい訓示を頼みます。
高野よ。R だけは生かして捕らえること。他は殺してしまっても構わないわ。この山から逃がしてはダメ。この山で今日の戦いすべてに決着をつけるのよ。
ウグイス、ヒバリ、白鷺、山狩りを開始しろ。大鳥はゴールキーパーで予備兵力を務める。緊急展開が可能なように常時待機しろ。大鳥7、了解。さあ、おっ始める。
Mountain Dogs started marching, spreading out like a line with a few meters between them. Mountainside was a savage land where not even the villagers would dare tread. There were some trails, but no paved roads for human beings. Required an enormous amount of diligence and patience to hunt on a mountain like this. All the dogs are very nervous. But you guys are mountain dogs! They're as children, but they were very well trained adults with them as well. In addition, they were supposedly quite armed and heavy, and neither lay out the terrain quite well. It's obviously going to be a tough battle.
おこのぎ、山狩りってのは普通どのくらいの人数がいるの？
一概には言えませんが、多ければ多いほどいいでしょうな。山犬の人数じゃ全員集めても全く足りません。
でも向こうも少人数なんだから そう不利な条件じゃないでしょ。ほらよく言うじゃない。守備を崩すには3倍の兵力がいる。
I've never heard anyone say that in my life, Takano.
その倍以上いる。
まあ数万の兵力の場合ならそういう数式になるでしょうね。
The U.S. Armed Forces proved that in the Vietnam War, which we're not allowed to talk about.
なら今回の山狩り、おこのぎはどれだけの兵力がいると見てるの？
何でもありってことでですか？
何でもありって意味がわからないけど、どのくらいが適正な兵力なの？
今朝の政治的奇襲も含めて向こうの指揮官は相当優秀です。そして火器取り扱いのベテランが最低2、近接格闘のベテランが最低1。
そこまでは認めるけど、あとは所詮子供でしょ。
あとは子供のようですが、多分ここに逃げ込んだからには彼らのテリトリーでしょう。地の利が十分な子供一人はよく訓練された強襲偵察隊1個小隊に匹敵しますね。サンサが考えてますより相当厄介な相手ですわ。
それを制圧するのにどの程度の兵力が必要だっていうの？
山岳歩兵が1個師団。ああ、師団ってのは山犬が3つ4つくっついて大隊、そいつがさらに3つ4つくっついて連隊、そいつがさらに3つ4つで師団ですね。
30倍の兵力が必要だというの？
もちろんそれだけじゃ足りません。砲兵陣地に要請して山ほどの事前砲撃が必要ですわ。航空支援が得られるならファントムにナパームもばらまかせたいところですね。
冗談じゃないわ。そんな兵力
What are you on about?
じゃあそれにはるかに
We have pea shooters and a bunch of grenades.
楽じゃないでしょうな。
It will be easy, but it seemed to be implying that he was the only one capable of doing it.
連中のテリトリーでしょうが、逃げ込んだのはついさっきです。陣地もなけりゃトラップ設置の暇もないはずだ。地の利を生かすには時間が足りないはずです。
When listening to Okanogi's explanation, she felt a little anxious. When she pretended to be friendly with Satoko a long time ago, she's still talking all about her mountain. I can remember how Satoko told her about this kind of trap she set up. She couldn't recall which mountain Satoko was talking about.
ヒバリより本部、標的の一部を発見。R は視認できない。現在追跡中。
人質にできれば十分よ。R がいなくても捕らえて。
ウグイス、聞こえるか？近隣の班を応援に回して退路を立て。
ウグイス了解。バックアップする。
そりゃそうだよね。退路を立ちたいよね。
Some pole trees were leaning against a much larger pine tree, forming a natural scaffold. A small hut made out of plywood would have been built on top of them. It was one of Satoko's many secret bases. Perfect spots, since Mio could see the foot of the mountain well.
すごいね。みーちゃんの予想通りだね。
さて、我が部にどの程度叶うか、お手並みを拝見しようかね。
レナたち、勝てるかな？
なーに言ってんだか。向こうの指揮官は無能だね。私たちを攻めるなら山岳訓練を終了したベテラン歩兵が1個師団がいるね。それをせいぜい中隊規模でとはね。未熟にも程があるよ。さーて、何人が私たちを相手にしてこの山を無事に降りられるかな。
ひばり4攻撃を受けた。クソ逃がすな。丸太を山ほど転がしてきやがった。ひばり6が捻挫で追撃不能。残りで追撃する。
逃がすなよ。追って追って追いまくれ。休ませるんじゃねえ。
ヒバリ11トラップによる攻撃を受けた。ヒバリ12、13が多分脳震盪だ。あんなの当たりどころが悪かったら死んでるぞ。
ひばり60トラップにやられた。光線が足に絡まって脱出できない。ナイフじゃ切断できない。番線カッターを持ってきてくれ。
Chaotic radio transmissions came in, one after another. Obviously, don't get me wrong, but Mount Dogs being an advantageous position.
ウグイス10より本部。クソったれが井戸を偽装した落とし穴だ。隊員2名が閉じ込められて救出不能。
Do you think Satsuko has a body count?
Yes.
how many lights have been extinguished by this 10-year-old girl?
We'll never find the bodies. She doesn't even know.
俺を後ろから突き飛ばしやがった。ウグイス9から11は井戸内。健在なれど脱出不能。クソ！
本部よりウグイス、バックアップが奇襲を受けた。行動が読まれているぞ。
Okanogi's just slowly sitting down, questioning all of his life choices up until this moment.
どうして動きが読まれるんだ。
It's a fucking pimp.
He's like, I am a fucking combat veteran. I've been doing this for decades. How did I end up with these people?
How am I losing the children? Why am I suddenly in Home Alone?
白鷺湾より本部 R を含む数名を発見した。追跡している。至急応援を送れ。
Yeah, I'm totally in control of the situation.
I'm not owned, I'm not owned.
I'm not owned, I'm not owned, I'm not owned, I'm not owned.
It becomes porn.
白鷺湾、用心しろ。向こうはお前らをトラップ地帯におびき寄せるつもりだ。敵は各個に分散し、陽動と奇襲のゲリラ戦術で抵抗してくる気だ。高度だぞ。すでに他班でトラップとアンブッシュで負傷者が多発している。用心しろ。気合い入れてかかれ、白鷺湾。白鷺湾。白鷺2より本部。白鷺湾がトラップに。
He's dead! Oh god! Oh god! There's blood everywhere! I can see his entrails!
ウグイス1より本部。ウグイス7たちが沈黙した。
Nightingale 1 to base. I am currently on fire. I think we are fucked.
応援を送る許可を。
Who the fuck?
Brandon,
Brandon, I
have been here 20 minutes.
Bro, you're being recorded for YouTube.com.
YouTube.com. 私はブラックマン。
今一人発見した。
Goofy? That goofy laugh. Yeah, that's it, goofy.
やろう。よくもやってくれやがったな。
よせ。やめろ、ひばり13。お前が一人で叶う相手じゃない。
お兄さん、こちらですわよ。
クソガキが。待ちやがれ。
What are you doing here?
Oh yeah, he's here.
What is he doing here? What the fuck?
He's here. Oh my dude.
I need Angie to kill this guy. What did you...
This is the before times.
No. He doesn't exist. He only exists here. What the fuck?
They only gave him yeah.
Is this supposed to be him?
I think they just well again, like, remember, there's characters in Higurashi that are also in.
I know. I mean, we're doing Okanogi right now, but like, whatever. Skylar, more of his trap fellows he saw, the more he wasn't sure if the girl was really a girl. He did something that looked like one. He reached an area with logs stacked up in piles. Seemed like the trees nearby were being chopped. It was a very strange scene. Skylark 13 saw a member of a different unit hanging upside down from a tree. Also saw feet sticking out of a panel. There was a member whose foot was tied up, and there was no one whose head was cut off. Usually Sarah hasn't seen all of them. He suddenly started sweating all over his body. Skylark 13 was been lured into a trap. And caught in snare. She had tricked him. The girl was standing in the middle of an open area, calmly balancing on the stone. She was looking at him. Shit, he thought. He's trying to lure me in.
Hibari 13だ。一人を広場みたいなところで追い詰めた。捕まえてやる。捕まえてやる。
こちら、ウグイス7。お前の後ろで殺される男だ。
This is Nine Nails 7.
少女じゃない。
Hi.
少女の姿をした悪魔だ。そいつの後を追えば地獄まで誘い込まれるぞ。
本部よりひばり13。それで十分だ。応援を待て。今そこに最寄りの隊員を向かわせている。
どうなさいましたの？私を捕まえたければ、あともう10メートルくらいは歩く必要がございますわよ。
That's the range of your stand, isn't it? 10 meters, you can catch that bratty little girl. How many steps do you have to take to walk 10 meters? Took 10 steps to walk 10 meters. That means we have 10 more chances of stepping on a trap. But it was only 10 steps. You're gonna reach her after just taking 10 steps.
そう思いなら、まずは最初の一歩を踏み出してみればいいではございませんが。ほらほら。
He's gonna take his first step. Look, young demon girl. I just have one question for you. Do you like Mzaki?
Starts blasting the saxophone.
on a fucking boombox. Look at the first one.
Oh, cool.
Hibari 13. 切り株だ。
You're gonna be like Mario.
ボセヒバリ13。さっき根っこで足を縛られてたウグイス8だ。切り株はきっと罠だ。辺りは切り株だらけというのがうさんくさい。聞こえるか、ヒバリ13。ブッシュは危険だ。草むらは踏むな。むき出しの土もやばい。
だね。どこを踏めばいいんだよ。空を飛んでけってのかよ。
Long jump.
いらっしゃいませんの？私退屈ですから、そろそろ失礼しますわよ。
こちら、スマキにされて転がっているウグイス9だ。今、標的の一人に、その頭を蹴られている。そこはトラップフィールドだと言ってるぞ。え？その待ち構えてる小娘の最高傑作が設置されているらしい。油断するな。
Say his magnum opus? What does he mean by magnum opus? What about all the other traps? Weren't they her magnum opus? We mountain dogs are professionals. We're paid to engage in battle. Yet this little girl is playing us like fools. Can we not be here? Can we not beat this little brat? This must be a bluff. How is it possible for a trap to exist? It's the worst I've seen so far. That bluff. That must have been a bluff. Bluff! a funny word. Should I start with my right foot or my left? The girl suddenly lifted her hand and thrust it at me. You trying to tell me to stop? he just does the Indiana Jones thing and he takes out a gun and just shoots Satoko.
Why doesn't he just shoot her? Is he stupid?
I left all the guns with Nightingale 12. Hi, Junie. That is currently my boob you're pawing. Just climb to the back of my chair. Ha he he ha 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 ha. I did it. I did it. I'm so smart.
I'm a genius. Oh no.
What the fuck? What the
The only actual animation is this whole fucking game.
He just raises, he's like, he pulls out a Willy Coyote, he just raises a sign that says help. Uh-oh. You guys can read the text on screen. I'm still trying to recover from that. Also, my cat is wanting to climb on a chair, but he's being stupid about it.
They're demons.
Keiichi and Rena continue to fight everywhere according to Mion's order. Sometimes they hide, sometimes they attack. One by one, they eliminate their enemies. They killed a lot of people that day. So much for the rule. So much about a lesson like killing people won't solve our problems. Wait, actually, yes. In this moment, killing people will solve our problems.
We found the right people to kill. Wow.
Jesus Christ. Humans need a little time to react. According to the research done by U.S. Foreign Warfare, the average reaction time is 15 seconds. In other words, any soldier is powerless during 15 seconds following a surprise attack. During those 15 seconds is one goal of their training. 15 seconds is long, though. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. But like on a surprise attack, I guess.
I guess, like, if you get ambushed. The more hurt damage about done to units, the word to God. They slow them down and make them think less.
So isn't it a surprise attack if, like, you know, they're expecting it?
I mean...
Yeah.
We're asking philosophical questions today.
Yeah, they are.
Nipa!
方もうまくいったようなのです。みんなやっつけてしまいましたです。
No, dead! Hello!
了解。確認するけど、この攻撃での戦果は5だね。どうするよ敵さん。南部方面軍はこれで戦力の3割は脱落だよ。負傷者の対応に通常1人から2人ってことは、手の空いた兵士はほとんどいないってわけだ。まっとうな指揮官なら本部に撤退を申し入れるね。
こちらひばり湾、隊員に負傷者多数。負傷者への対応で追撃に手が回らない。これ以上の追撃は断念せざるを得ない。
ひばり湾、損害は大きいが我が方は確実に敵の行動権を狭めているぞ。撤退は認めない。現状兵力で
Are you gonna get on the chair or what do you do? Okay, now you want my hands.
ひばり湾より全員
Look
本
at
部から
you,
死ね
one
と命令
boy.
だ。装備を再点検しろ。進軍を再開するぞ。
Basically telling us to die.
でも高野さんたちは頭に血が上ってるからそれを許可しない。指揮官は撤退を却下され、士気が低下したまま追撃を再開。こいつは叩く絶好のチャンスだね。リカちゃん、レナと合流して Z 地区に誘い込んで。あそこのトラップはだいぶごっついよ。羽生はケイちゃんに X 地区に転戦しろと連絡を。こんな面白いゲームはないね。
ブロックレン。
絶好調なのです。今のミーが生まれる時代を間違えていたら、
Oh no.
歴史に名を残しかねないのです。
What?
私に言わしゃ、ネルソンも東郷もまあまあってとこ
Okay.
だね。
I hit you with a cycle power.
取るよう
It's
だよ。
over. Madness.
Oh no.
It's like rock bottom. Oh no, what? Griffin, what's wrong? What did Brandon do to you?
No.
Gun. Sorry.
Should have been changed history. I'm waiting for the line.
She's like Napoleon, all your age would be in French territory. If he lived the same age as Genghis Khan, even his greatest conquest would have inevitably failed. With all that battle in the mountains was simply a diversion.
Ganbatte.
I noticed you didn't mention Hitler there because Shion, whose side of the conflict of World War II would you have been on? I mean, me on.
Hitler summer.
If the mountain dogs couldn't sing calmly, they realized they hadn't seen any adults. But they didn't notice, confused as they were by the attacks they were suffering. Of course, that too was part of Mion's plan. Scale diversion would hide the fact that it was a rescue unit going to get Tomitake. I kind of want to see what they're doing. I'm kind of done with this battle scene now, Ryukishi.
Too bad.
We defeated the named NPC, the named mini boss. Can we get back to what we were actually doing?
Ever.
I know it's our home advantage. It wasn't exaggerating to say the Syrian defenders have thrice the advantage over Assyrians. It's heavily due to their advantage of location. In that case, how was the rescue unit doing? Yes! Please! I would like to know. Thank you. Ryukishi heard me bitching.
The rescue unit doesn't need help from the likes of
こちら
you.
側をフォローするカメラは故障中ですから大丈夫です。
こんなとこから堂々と？うわ、怖いね。
敵は監視をセキュリティに依存しきってるようです。問題ないでしょう。
行きましょう。まずは壁沿いに伝い、所長室の裏へ。
はい。私が出るとき、窓は閉めませんでしたから、まだ開きっぱなしでしょう。そこから入ると、すぐ脇が裏口で、そこには監視カメラと。
Alright, Junie, you're coming to my lap. Oh no, now you don't want me to touch you. But you
厳
want
重
to
に
touch. You
監視
only
カ
want
メ
to
ラ
be
で見
touched
張ら
by
れ
your
ています
turn.
ので
Come over here.
必ずバレるでしょう。
Stinky little cat.
地下に行く前にその1階の2人を制圧しないとね。
Just calm
退
down.
路確保は基本
Calm
でしょ。
down. Just settle. Just settle.
まずは所長室から入
Settle.
って
This is not an invitation you to
一
jump
回
on my
保
desk.
安室
Move forward, walking against the wall so they remain in the blind spot of security cameras. They soon reach the window of the director's office. If any village... What are you doing? He's only laying on one of my sides vertically. And now he's trying to knock my phone off the edge. Judy!
You need.
I'm trying to... You know what? I'm holding you like this. The window was open too. The four of them snuck into the room through that window.
The only way to defeat a cat. Gotta kiss it.
Fur in my mouth. Very quiet in the clinic. Of course, the cicada's the only thing that can be heard. Junie. You don't like to be held and you're trying to break out. Fine. Be like that. Construction plan for the idiot clinic.
ここが所長室です。ここが1階保安室。出てすぐそこです。監視カメラはこの赤鉛筆がそうです。
1階保安室の制圧自体は難しくなさそうだ。問題は地下ですね。
これが地下の研究区画です。ここが入り口。図面では表向きは職員用の2階への階段になっていますが、実際は地下区画への入り口が隠されています。そして階段で地下へ。
よくもこんな大きな地下を作ったものです。地上部分よりもよっぽど広いですね。
それは地下こそがこの診療所の真の姿である証拠です。
で、これが監督の認証カードでないと入れない扉。認証カードが封印されて使えなくなってるなんてことは？万一認証カードが使えない場合にゲートの物理的突破は可能？
非常に厳重な扉で、証拠隠滅時にはそれを閉じてから内部に注水して封鎖する決まりになっています。
ということは機密扉か。この容積を満たす水圧に耐えるということは相当に頑丈だ。
ってことは認証カード以外の方法では不可能ってことだね。
一般用の認証カードは個別の登録抹消が可能なはずですが、私と高野さんの認証カードは証拠用の特別カードと聞いています。登録抹消には各個に設定した8桁のパスワードが必要ですから、事実上彼らには抹消できません。
証拠を自らが不法使用することは想定していないということですね。
それでもダメな時は1階保安室の人間に開けさせましょう。保安要員のカードなら将校の次に強力なはずです。
素直に協力してくれるとは思えませんが。
協力しないんならカードと指紋認証用に指を1本ちょんと拝借するまでです。
そうしたくはないですね。私のカードで開くことを祈るばかりです。
地下のセキュリティルームはどれです？
認証カードで入ってすぐ脇のこの部屋です。この部屋には空調もテレビもありますから、基本的に保安の方はそこに全て詰めています。上で2人をやっつければ残りの6人がいるはずです。
6人か。一気に制圧しないと難しい。
Seriously, EDA, weren't you in a very bad car crash not that long ago?
先に警報を切断
I got better.
He's just he hit a save point.
予備電源や
The treating Shion's ear being damaged is more damaging than fucking EDA doing that one car crash gift.
1階の保安は非武装ですが、1階保安室には
Squidward car crash?
No, it was like a video of someone of a girl singing, and we see the car crash in real time. Here, let me find it for you.
屋内での用途から考えて、多分口径の短い機関拳銃のようなものでしょう。長距離での命中率はひどく落ちますが、小回りが利き、近距離では十分な火力を持つ危険なものです。
地下で撃ってきた連中、MP5 でしたし、そいつの難聴を持ってるのはちょいと厄介ですね。
Why do you have to make me do work? I haven't edited in like a month and a half. I'm rusty.
Oh, good time to get back into it.
I was more talking about this video right here, Griffin.
I wish people more. No, I love gays.
This is what just happened to EDA.
どの部屋にいるんです？
この奥の病室に監禁されています。そこは去年から彼専用の部屋になっています。
サトシ。
I didn't mean really.
Look at Shields, I made it clear her determination.
Determination is strong.
They resumed their game of poker. Neither of the mountain dogs were coming to mountains, and they were well aware the Institute continued to be in danger. The job was to stay in that room and resume their game of Go Fish. Of course, they weren't really concentrating on the game itself. Still both chatting about the recent car crash, and both seemed proud of what they had done. Ordered to shoot at the tires, but they wish they had been ordered to shoot at EDA himself. Definitely would have caught him then, and talked and laughed like that. When people stopped being on edge, they left them more vulnerable. This was a perfect example. That's why it only took 2 seconds to suppress them.
両手を頭の上へ。
Security guards were professionals. They immediately realized the guns Kasai, Akasaka, and Shion were holding weren't toys. They heard that the gunfight in the basement of Sonozaki resident. Security guards knew that they weren't dealing with amateurs. They also knew they wouldn't hesitate to fire. That's why they surrendered so quickly.
Wait a minute.
Handcuffs of them, so it's easy for Kasai and the others to restrain them. Security guards had never thought to be wearing the handcuffs themselves. They essentially never dreamed of being locked up in the toilet. Hands were cuffed to the pipes behind them, so as they sat in the toilet seat. Mouths were stuffed with hand towels, and they were covered by duct tape. Jin, clearly amused, remarked how Jolie went to do this to someone. Kasai couldn't help but laugh. Akasaga's like, Mika sure has interesting friends. What is this, Griffin?
I'm wondering this, like, okay, I was waiting for this line to appear. I don't know why it didn't.
An update must have cut that out or something.
I don't know, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Griffin, I don't want to think about Nazi Milan right now, please.
Great on me.
This is being... I don't want to... Mountain dogs weren't only locked in the bathroom, they had to go through extra humiliation.
I would enjoy that.
Brandon, seriously, I'm recording. You're gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is not a joke.
I'm gonna mute my mic then, sorry.
No, it's fine. I just want you to know that everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
They will judge me?
Yes. I just want to give you that expectation. When you go like, wait, I thought you were kidding.
I can stop saying insane shit in the background, right?
No, you can do whatever you want. You have just joined at the very tail end of a very, very, very long adventure me and Griffin has gone on.
I see.
Simply be learned into our enemy's carefully prepared territory. But hell, it's Christmas. Panic voices of mountain dogs. Takano's yelling. And Okanoki's reprimands could be heard through the speaker. Certainly sound like a war zone.
大鳥湾より大鳥。休憩時間は終わりだぞ。俺たちも出撃する。壊滅した白鷺のポジションを埋めるんだ。味方の損害率はすでに致命的状況だが、 敵は確実に交代を重ねてすでに包囲されつつある。もう一息だ。温存した大鳥で一気に圧殺する。陣頭指揮はサンサが直接取られるそうだ。俺も出るぞ。これで決着させる。
おい、隊長が出るぞ。大鳥も上がる。総力戦だ。
なんて奴らだ。ってことはすでに被害は小隊規模にもなるってのか。
俺たちは何者を相手にしてるんだよ。相手はどこの特殊部隊だってんだ。
The guards listening to the battle reports over the radio fluctuated between dismay and rejoicing. A cue chime suddenly rang. The warning chime automatically when someone went through the entrance to the basement. The chime rang. The guards were supposed to check the screen to see what was coming through. The one who looked at the screen needed a moment to comprehend what he was seeing.
おい、入江首相だぞ。
何？
They could see the two security guards on the first floor restraining Irie and some girl.
これ、所長だよな。どういうことだ？
そういうことか。分かったぜ。向こうは陽動で、こいつらが富武救出に忍び込もうとしたってことだ。
三佐に所長を連行したと連絡しろ。
Buzzer sound on the computer panel displayed information about the card being used to enter. Commissioned Officer Pass 0001 Special Grade 1 Lieutenant Colonel Kuryosuke Irie Director. Password Lobotomy Core. Match. Fingerprint confirmation. Match.
Huh?
What? How strange. Security guards brought Irie down. That made sense. But why were they using the director's security access card? They're using his fingerprint. Are they having him do that? It'd be quicker for the guards to do that themselves. One of the guards figured it out, but it was too late. The door to the basement was open, and the four newcomers forced their way inside. They ran through the security camera screen and headed straight for the security room. They had them. As soon as the door opened, security guards started firing. Oxide realized it would take him a second long to pull back. He would have rid of 100 bullets. It's like Foxy running down the corridor. Put your desk to the side. Paper cuts to the fell, spilling coffee everywhere.
But it's idiot.
I don't know why, but it's like I have the drums of liberation going off in my ear, bro.
You are hearing the drums of liberation.
Real.
Impressive they got their act together so quickly. Okamoto is also bulletproof. I forgot to mention this. The alarm sounding in the basement reminded that the surprise attack had failed.
Demonic.
一気に制圧し損ねた。
でも敵は全員この中、袋のネズミです。この部屋に秘密的にしているうちに、サトシ君と富武さんを救出しちゃいましょう。
Mountain dogs outside would definitely hear that alarm. It took long, the enemy would come to block their escape route. And they'd be trapped inside. What type of fuck-ass alarm is this?
そうだ。確かセキュリティに侵入者対策で確か
Besides, speak while I try to recollect it. John told him that he should have remembered something like that before they came in. Where do you remember a voice came out of the speakers?
Entrance 区画にて緊急事態が発生しました。エントランス区画にて緊急事態が発生しました。問題が解決するまで研究施設内の全区画は緊急閉鎖されます。
Fuck you, EDA. You useless piece of shit.
防毒マスクを着用してください。保安隊員の指示に従ってください。120秒後に研究区画およびエントランス区画には鎮圧用ガスの自動散布が
Alright, the gas! I totally forgot about that!
Oh yeah.
Akasaka, Kasagi, and Shion just look at EDA with like...
鎮圧用ガスって何ですか？
It's probably just.
確かジフェニルシアのあるシン
English nerd.
極めて高い濃度で吸えば危険ですが、命を直ちに脅かすものではありません。吸入の数分で作用。症状はいくつかありますが、最大の特徴は約30分間。
It seems like a very valuable way to spend our 2 minutes before we get gassed. Isn't it also called Red Agent? The military uses it to secure enemy territories. Man, Ryukishu really was on the military facts this chapter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And people, and like, further censorship laws in future, like, Ryukishi-san, we can't say this!
ダメだ。これでは狙って撃つ。
ダメ。
到底できない。
ダメダメダメよ。
グレネードか。くそ、そんなのないって。
焦って飛び込めば蜂の巣です。どうすればいいんだ。
サトシ君は目前だというのに悔しい。
He's really upset about his Final Fantasy 14 game being interrupted. Instead of spoke.
皆さん、私に任せてもらいましょ
う。Do I need to start playing the Doom music, Griffin? Guard secure.
I love playing.
What, Griffin?
I thought it was already playing.
Oh, no, this is just the alarm.
Oh, okay.
You come rushing in regardless of counterattack they face. Although the guards will still have the upper hand, it'd be a point-blank gunfight. They wouldn't come out of it unscathed. Therefore, as deadly a line approached, the tension increased. The guards never considered that the door they opened would be shut again. Prior to the door, there were many small holes in it. That all went quiet. What were they thinking? There's nowhere to hide. The gas was about to release. Why did they close the door? For what reason did they do that? That was when a loud explosion punched a hole in the door the size of a fist. Not in the door, but the wall in the security room had a similar hole.
Magnum.
Imagine things would be so different if this happened in America, man. It's just funny, they're like how much restraint they have to have for guns. Meanwhile, this was like an American shooter to be like, oh my god, everyone would have shotguns. A shotgun is meant to fire scatter shots, but can use to fire only one huge and incredibly powerful bullet. That's a slug. Yeah. I really like military stuff, guys. I hope you know that. Shoot animals, they're not humans. If you said a human, their arms and legs would be shattered, and nothing left of their head.
Okay.
You must wield melanin responsibly.
That's a sentence.
Please turn the alarm off. It's giving me a headache.
Alright, was that to me?
No. That was towards. That was me being my funny commentator self.
You are made of love.
Kasai's voice was extremely intimidating. Only one who drilled into the power of a shotgun could talk that way.
5秒でケツを取ります。5つ数えて警報が切れなければ覚悟していただきます。
どうする？ガスまでまだ60秒くらいあるぞ。
This has been a very long 2 minutes.
焦るな。向こうだってビビってるんだ。飲まれるんじゃねえ。
That's when a deep voice rang out, reverberating to the pit of their stomachs.
おい、人が親切に話してるのに聞いてねえのか？
What's been coming from the same person? It had changed so much quickly.
この笠井達義がてめえらを生かしてやると言ってんだ。ありがてえとは思わねえのか、ガキどもが。お前ら、俺を舐めてんのか？ああ？
Me.
Roar and explosion sounded at the same time. The upper half of the door disappeared. Numerous lead balls bounced around the room, breaking the lights and ricocheting off the walls. Scattered glass fell into the floor. Shotgun returned to the security room into hell. A hurricane of lead balls flew violently through the room as shattered, scattered, and destroyed everything. Guards could only cover their heads and pray. Prayed the lead balls wouldn't hit them and endured the falling glass. Before they had a chance to cover, Kasai jumped in through what was left of the door and kicked the desk aside. He stepped on the guard's head and yelled at the others.
Nani いつまで茶化ひけらかしてんだこら。殺されてえかオニサイ。てめえとは築いてきた屍の山の高さが違うんじゃボケ。
すんません。勘弁してください。
Dropped the gun voluntarily, got the floor with the hands on the head. Even Shion couldn't believe what just happened. There were several of them, and they'd been amply armed. Kasai had a weapon too, but it was the presence that defeated him. Wara. Even the mountain dogs couldn't equal Kasai had to go through once.
何てめえら昼で始めてんだこら。マスク剥がされてガス吸わされてえのか。とっとと警報を止めろクソガキ。
When the guards got up and had to switch the alarm off, Kasai stood there calmly, was only seconds away from the gas releasing. Shion and Akasaka came in quickly scenes and moved from the room to help Kasai subdue the guards.
Kasai, あんた。
こんな真似は二度としないつもりでしたが、緊急措置でした。忘れてください。
That was the Kasai Shion knew. And Kasai hadn't killed anyone. She remembered Kasai telling her how terrifying shotguns were in the basement of Tomitake residence. That was Shotgun Tatsu, whom all the people in Shishibone were so afraid of.
急ぎましょう。どの道すでに警報は鳴らされています。長居はできません。
そうですね。急ぎましょう。
Akasaka and Kasai pulled out guard handcuffs and restrained them.
Satoshi-kun, どこ?
As the security room was under control, Shion realized there was nothing to keep her from Satoshi. She was getting anxious. He showed her the map. He must be down here, she thought. He already started to run.
私も行ってきます。サトシ君と富武さんを助けないと。
すみません。頼みます。
1、2、3、4、5。
Go.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I felt a chill running down his spine. It said there was 6 security guards. Shion wasn't paying attention to anything else. She was only thinking about her reunion with Satoshi. She still can't hear in her left ear. To make things worse, security guards went on the left side of Shion. She had to regret letting her guard down just a bit too early. Mountain Dog jumped down and grabbed Shion. He choked her neck with his stick arm. There's no way Shion could get out of the situation alone. Kitty saw what happened. Fortunately, their backs were turned towards him. It was Idiot's chance to attack the enemy. But today, Idiot lost a lot of confidence in himself. He can't even get his lobotomy beam out anymore. Fighting wasn't an expertise, so anything he could have done, but it was disappointing himself for not being able to help just the same. But in that moment, he was the only one who could do anything. Possibly he wanted to get Kasai or Akasaka. Both very reliable. He could take out this man in an instant. But there was no time for that. Only this moment was his back facing Irie. Irie didn't do anything, the dog was sure to take Shion hostage, creating a deadlock. Enemy backup could arrive any moment, so being a deadlock would mean death. Therefore, he couldn't depend on anyone else. He had to resolve the situation himself. He only had one chance. Once the unit member turned around, the deadlock would begin. There was even a way for EDA to knock him down in one shot. No, he had to. He must. Maybe something only EDA can do. Lobotomy beam! Mechanical pencil out of his pocket. Probably the strongest weapon he had.
Never underestimate the power of the lobotomy beam.
He stabbed the man's neck with his mechanical pencil, but only scratched him a little. What was he thinking? Shion, please tell me you have that taser still on you.
Thinking.
Where's the Shion's head to create a stalemate, just as EDA predicted.
ごめんなさい。私、サトシ君のことで。
When aren't you, Shion? When aren't you?
さて所長、月並みで恐縮ですが、他の侵入者ともども武装解除してもらいましょう。さっきのとんでもない音は相当でかい銃を持ち込んでますね。撃たれたらたまりませんので。
Come on, EDA, remember aside from earlier. You can do it. Why am I hearing this music?
Wow.
If only you knew how funky fresh things can be.
I am the EDA Institute. And the walls just start to bend.
これは高野さんの開発したシャーペン型の偽装注射器です。薬物については説明が必要ですか？
なんだと？
A regular person had said that when it worked. But the EDA was wearing his white coat in the basement of his territory, and what he sounded just said very believable. Wanted to believe that EDA was lying. But he started to feel an itch on the back of his neck.
H178 は高野さんが生み出した170番台の最高傑作です。いかなる治療手段もなく、わずか数分で錯乱、妄想、頭痛、鼻水、鼻詰まり、お通じの不通、数々の激症を引き起こし、最後には自らの爪でお尻をかき破って死んでしまいます。治療法はただ一つ、1分以内この解毒剤のお注射を受けることのみです。
嘘だ、そんなのあるはずね。
すでに30秒経過ですね。そろそろ心臓を経由して全身に回り始めてくる頃です。全身のリンパ腺にかゆみは出ませんか？寝るときにいびきやおならが出ませんか
Jim gonna watch this pathetic act in silence. But for the mountain dog who worked in such a shady research center, what EDA said sounded totally believable.
くそ！わかった。降参する。早くその治療薬を打ってくれ。
はて、言葉遣いがなっていませんね。
わかりました。降参します。早く注射をしてください。
ダメですね。ご主人様への言葉遣いがなっていません。一度だけ指導しましょう。いいですか？この注射はお尻に注射しなくてはなりません。
EDA, now's not the time to test out your butt fetish.
その際お尻は突き出すようにし、両肩はぺったり床につけるようにします。右手の
今します主よ。私を導いてください。
ご主人様、この私
感じたぞ。道が来る。
するのです。言えませんか？か！投げ倒し。ご主人様の絶対注射。メイ今やメイカー大丈夫。
監督。
What? Griffin? Griffin!
Yes.
Please tell me you're watching all that.
Oh no, yeah. My mic is muted, but yeah, no.
Did I see Made in Heaven?
Yes, you did.
Wait, did he do the fucking Poochie pose?
Yes.
He did the Poochie.
I can't believe you missed that.
No, I think I...
It just blocked out of your mind.
今や熟年人口は増え続け、萌えメディアもその層をターゲットにするのは時間の問題。やがてはストライクゾーン春が真上とされてきたおばさんにもスポットライトが当てられる。
Shut the fuck up!
With the music!
I wasn't meant to live forever anyway. This show showed me.
Look,
that
I
this
just
is-
I just simply used Maiden Heaven's power to go through the fight. It's so accurate. All right. If I hold control long enough, the entire universe will reset.
Nani?
Red for him and chest observe his brainwaves. With light displayed on the machine to connected to prove that he was still at least alive. But he's sleeping very deeply. It looked like there was barely any life left in him.
生きてるんだよね。サトシ君、生きてるんだよね。
落ち着いてください。入江先生、早く彼を。
So I guess I open it.
早くサトシ君を、サトシ君を。
シオンさん、彼を出す前に一つだけどうしても約束してほしいことがあります。
He gave Shion a condition. What are you saying now? Shion angrily saw it.
今から彼を担架に移しますが、決して起こそうとしてはいけません。いいですね。絶対約束してください。
どうして起こしちゃいけないんですか？
Someone found Tomitake yet? Only 3. He was telling her that.
It's like inchworming across the hallway.
辛いことですが、真実だけを手短に話します。サトシ君はあの日、
Oh, hey.
末期発症に
The theme of the fucking game.
脳と心に深刻なダメージを受けました。幸いなことに命に異常はありませんが、
I will be one day.
目に入るものの敵味方、真実と虚構の区別がつかないのです。過度の被害妄想と恐怖に取りつかれ、それから逃れるために急祖が猫を噛むように目の前にいるのが誰であろうと襲いかかります。昨年不用心なスタッフが整形手術を必要とするほどの大怪我をしました。彼はたとえあなたであっても例外としません。
Jim finally noticed it. Also, though she was covered in a blanket in bed, there was 2 belts over that blanket, pulling him down in the bed. Poor thing. The leather straps around his arms. Straight to the bed. He's just been like this for a fucking year. Maybe he wished he was dead.
Is he ever gonna be better? No, he'll be addicted to Final Fantasy 14.
No!
Forever now.
Oh wait, I like Final Fantasy 14. Satoshi-kun!
I'm sorry.
That's why he couldn't say anything.
Will he use his credit
何
card?
それ？何それ？ちゃん、何？サトシ君はもうって
At least he's alive.
隠れないの？私の頭を。
Satoshi looking like a fucking dried out husk corpse strapped to a bed. At least he's alive. Jian cries, she pounding the glass.
いけません。彼のことを本当に大切に思うならどうか彼を起こさないでください。
I'm not sure how that blaring alarm and gunfire didn't already wake him
起
up.
こせばそのサトシ君の姿はあなたを必ず傷つけます。そしてサトシ君もその姿をあなたに見せたいとは思わないはずです。ですから分かってください。
そんな。
She hits the window, hit the floor, crying uncontrollably. She scratched at the floor. The sad reading in her anger made her claw at the tiles. It Satoshi-san was there on the floor. Shion was scratched until her nails were gone. When Satoshi went on the floor, he was right there. Sleeping on the bed. Was supposed to be woken.
ですが、決して悪い話だけではないのです。微弱ですが、この1年、脳波の傾向に回復の兆しが見られるんです。人間の体は弱くありません。たくましいんです。それは脳も同じです。脳に致命的損傷を負った人が奇跡的に回復を遂げたという報告は世界中にあります。サトシ君は帰ってこようとしています。必死に戦っています。そして私も負けない。帰ろうと戦うサトシ君をこちら側に連れ戻そうと私は今後も研究を続けます。そして必ずサトシ君をひなみ沢に連れて帰ってみせます。
Brain is what moves people. The brain is only a part of the body. If something happens to the brain, the person will end up changing.
That's true.
Didn't hurt Rondo.
Well,
Other people hurt them even more.
that's true. Will hurt.
That was enough. That was sad enough. That was the reason Ide became a neurologist. Right now, the young boy before him, the young girl. With a fragment of sadness from that day. A fragment of that day's regret. Ide must have said that was due to the brain disorder. Credit saying study brain waves earlier was too late. Studying experience so much, he achieved things and he had confidence.
Superpower.
He still regrets about that day. He holds his fist tightly and spoke without hiding his tears.
絶対です。命をかけてもいい。私は絶対にサトシ君をひなみ沢へ連れ帰ります。この入江京介が絶対というのです。そしてサトシ君も帰ってこようとしている。互いが手を伸ばし合って届かぬわけがない。だからシオンさん、私を信じてその日まで待ってください。絶対この入江京介が彼を連れ帰ります。
He vowed from the bottom of his heart and realized something. He realized that everything he has done was in preparation for this day. People in front of him were his parents, but he's going to rid himself of his regrets and devote himself to that promise.
本当に本当ですね。サトシ君帰ってくるんですね。本当に。
絶対です。私の人生のすべてを捧げてでも彼をひなみ沢へ連れ帰ります。だからシオンさん、その日を信じて私と待ちましょう。そしてきっと私たちで彼を迎えてあげましょう。その日まで待てますか？この悲しい事実をさとこちゃんに内緒にできますか？
はい。サトシ君帰ってくるなら何でもします。何でも我慢します。
あれを見てください。
Hey, there it is. It's come from that dark room. I've seen shit, Shion.
Seeing it like this is like seeing the fucking Sakatara of the doll.
I've seen shit that you will never believe, Shion.
Demonic power.
I think I need to kill Satoshi.
サトシ君は必ずあのぬいぐるみと一緒にあなたとさとこちゃんのところへ帰ってきます。どうか。
Can we pick him up and Tomitake out and get out of here before the mountain dogs come back, please?
お見舞いに来てもいいですか？
もちろんです。
彼の脇に座ったり 本を読んであげたりしてもいいですか？それから。
Maybe this time you'll actually get to know him as a person. Wish you the best, Shion.
As a human being.
彼も喜ぶでしょう。
Jun started to cry again. Akasaka came in with Tomitake, but he couldn't say anything to her.
無事でよかったです。あなたに番犬を呼んでもらえれば、全ては解決できます。
実はそうもいかないのです。さっきの保安室の銃撃戦で無線装置が壊れたようなのです。
Of course it did.
山犬は非常時対応で村全体の通信手段を遮断しているでしょうから、ここの無線装置が損傷した以上、東京へ連絡をするには村を脱出するほかないんです。
となれば車で強行突破するしかないでしょう。ミオンさんたちもよく時間を稼いでくれています。
The fuck you mean children are distracting the main force of armed goons?
一刻も早く富武さんを村の外へ脱出させ、番犬を呼び寄せる必要があります。
困った問題が一つ。彼らが非常時対応で電話線を遮断しているなら、同じ対応で町へ通じる街道を封鎖することになっているのです。車両突破を防ぐため、彼らには歩兵が携帯する対戦車榴弾砲が一つ与えられているはずです。
RPG7 ですか。戦車を想定していないでしょうから、弾頭は榴弾でしょうが。
An idiot will be in a second car crash for the day and he'll walk off 20 minutes later.
しかし、街道を車で突破しなかったら無駄な時間がかかりすぎる。迂回などしていたら日が暮れます。みんなもよく戦ってくれていると思うが、暮れるまで持ちこたえられると思います。
I mean, we could blend in with the crowd with Watanagashi. I don't know.
もたもたしてる暇はないです。何が何でも富武のおじさまを沖宮に大至急。監督はサトシ君と安全な場所へ。とにかく大至急出ましょう。ここに敵が殺到するのも時間の問題です。
His night was slow from crying, but she had calmed down. Satoshi's safety depended on their victory. He had to win this for his sake too. It was a very sad situation. Satoshi was alive. He would be back someday.
Satoshi.
She had understood that, but more tears poured from her eyes. Sis, everyone, thank you. You've succeeded. We've succeeded over here. We've come back and everyone's dead. These children have ripped this unit to parts.
It shreds, you say?
She was like using communication unit back up.
Please let me watch that video in the meantime, AJ.
What are you talking about? Also, what's on her her jacket usually would cover that. Look at her in Japan. Look at her arm. There's words on it.
Yeah,
Her have nail marks all over it.
Ein Japan, yeah.
She's holding her grandfather's research scrapbook in her left hand. Who's holding it? Maybe she grabbed it unconsciously because she wanted her grandfather to comfort her. Mountain dogs have already suffered devastating damage. They had to walk around the area they weren't familiar with. And they wasted energy on a multitude of traps that had been set. Although tough as they could be, they were getting exhausted.
Uguisu 1より Uguisu 13。用心しろ。お前の左翼が沈黙した。今度はお前が狙われるぞ。
ふざけるなよ。なんだってんだよ。俺かよ、畜生。
He panicked. The same thing kept happening. At one time, starting from the left flank. He was next. In the meantime, he was coming from his 9 o'clock. No, those demons didn't sink normally. On a mountain where 360 degrees on itself wasn't enough. Sky's ahead wasn't. Where are they fucking coming from? Those bastards. Come here. Nightingale 13 is the taser in front of him. He looked around timidly. taser can only be a powerful weapon, but it's far more effectively used indoors. Nightingale 13 heard a noise behind the bush. He thought he saw something, so he fired his taser. The electrodes flew out into the bush. Come on, computer. The cord from the taser was struck in the bush, and he couldn't rewind it. It could certainly become that way. He heard a noise behind him again. This time he saw someone coming at him. But his weapon was useless. The newcomer growled at him.
What the fuck?
Just have her scream, swinging her arms and running.
I'm gonna spin my arms like this, and if you get hit, that's your fault. Also, she then stabs him with a horn.
That was a unique noise.
Need to hear it again.
I think something skibbity is about to go down, guys. Yep. This is definitely skibbity.
I can't. That's gonna be my new vocal stem now. Fuck. As when I jumped in the bush, she hit the bucket with a stick. No, maybe it should be described as a strike instead of a hit. The man flew backwards. Keiichi was ready for him. The stance he was in looked like a bit like... That's it! It looked like a batter in the batter's box. It was on one foot. That was the legendary one-foot swing created by the world-famous baseball player. That one... Oh, Babe Ruth, I assume?
What?
It's going to be measured from one direction. Bunch of both speeds and added together. Both Keiichi's strike and the speed of opponents created a truly amazing destructive force. The sounds of mountain dogs flew into the air in the opposite direction. Then he rolled down on the ground and stopped. There Rika awaited him. It's almost as though they calculated that he would end up there. And then she takes out a fucking gun.
My god, I used all my arrows.
To shreds, you say?
Oh, how awful. Did he at least die painlessly? To shreds, you say? Well, how is his wife holding up? To shreds, you say?
What? That's a stupid-ass joke. Why am I laughing? I'm gonna have to fucking edit that in now.
What? Which part?
The video, because I have... Oh, maybe I've counted as Discord audio. I don't know. I'll see in the post.
You finally listened to it. Okay.
But,
to shreds, you say?
How's the wife holding up? Sense in the air.
It's perfect.
Why is she suddenly a pickup truck? Backing me, backing me, backing Nipa.
we are done for.
Garrett knocked out. She's like trying to figure out the next move. Looking at the tactical use. When are you waiting me on next order?
なんだいみんなのその目は。まだまだ食い足りないって。確かにね。我が部としちゃようやく体が温まってきた程度だしね。行っちまう。この山でみんなやっちまうか。
You know, was a great leader. She was leader so she shows tactical ability. More than anything else, she was great at encouraging people's spirits. There's no cowardly soldiers under a brave general. Brave soldiers like a million men under Mion's command. Nobody could stop Mion and her club members. Mion Okanogi's original estimates were too low. Now Okanogi was thinking of something else. Before they started the siege, he likely wanted them to a well-trained platoon. That didn't fit anymore. They were all part of an elite armored division. But soldiers couldn't beat an armored division. Okanogi was just had company. Was there an air support or a bombardment from warship or a military base? Okanogi needs someone to pump the mountain full of holes. Bro, they're just kids. We need a submarine to fire a nuclear weapon. If he couldn't have that, he knew it to retreat. No longer doubted it. The enemy commander was a genius. And the mighty commander, all soldiers became heroes. He wanted to see the face of the commander, or at least he thought know their name. But then Okanogi remembered that demons used to live in Himazawa.
You will know my name.
踊りないんだ。敵の一人を発見、追跡している。応援を送ってくれ。
大鳥ない。どこにいるんだ。所在地がわからない。周辺の状況を送られたし。
霧が出てる。寒い。ここは河原？
大鳥ない。地図上ありえない。落ち着いて状況を確認しろ。
そんな河原の向こうに死んだ姉ちゃんが。
大鳥ない。大鳥ない。応答しろ。大鳥ない。沈黙。
I love.
無理だ。奴らはこの山の鬼だ。俺は知ってる。これは鬼隠しなんだ。俺たちは全員この山で消されちまうんだ。
バカなことを口走るのはやめろ。各班長は再点呼で状況把握と指揮高揚に努めろ。敵は悪魔なんかじゃない。ただのクソガキだ。ビビるな。格の違いを見せてやれ。
聞こえる。誰のインカムから聞こえてるんだ。俺じゃない。俺じゃない。
クマだ。
大鳥3だ。ここには野生のクマがいるのか。聞いていない。
These guys suck.
大鳥1、一度撤退し、下記の武装の検討を。
バカ言うんじゃねえ。いくら矢口三家だって野生のクマがいるはずねえだろ。連中のハッタリだ。乗せられるな。
人の身に過ぎたるを知らぬ愚かなる人間たち。汚すことを許されぬ聖地を踏み荒らす罪を知るがいい。我に感謝せよ。聖地を汚した罪をあがなう機会を与えしことを感謝せよ。
誰かのインカムを奪ってやがるんだ。敵の指揮減退戦術に乗るな。
恐れを知ることかなわぬ哀れな人間どもよ。よかろう。汝らがその身でしか知ることができないというなら、我がそれを教えようぞ。
ウグイスワンダ。光栄が来ていない。バカな。どこへ行った。応答しろ。
哀れなウグイスが一羽踏み込むこと許されぬ地に迷い込む。そんなにも知りたいか。鬼の世を知りたいか。告げよ。人の世に分かれよ。我が忠告に耳を重ぬ具を今より知れ。
誰の悲鳴だ今のは。ウグイス、天候取れ。
Keiichi noises.
またやられた。誰が沈黙した？それより本部、俺の左肩には誰かいるんだよな。俺は孤立してるんじゃないよな。
まだ聞きたいか。痛みを伴う声が。
Keiichi, you sound really good at dying.
なんだよ今の音。何がひしゃげたらあんな音になるんだよ。
俺、昔電車の飛び込みを見たことある。あん時と同じだ。全身がひしゃげる音だ。
やだ、そんな死に方ごめんだ。死にたくねえ。死にたくねえ。やめてくれ、山の神様。俺も好きでやってるわけじゃねえんだ。給料もらってやってるだけなんだ。
ウグイスワンより本部。ダメだ。士気の高揚は
全然ダメだ。
脱落と士気低下は深刻。
ダメダメよ。
これ以上の戦線維持は困難。損害が増えるだけだ。
だから落ち着け、ウグイスワン。他の隊員は野戦の素人ばかりじゃねえか。お前はあの地獄の卒業生だろうが。そのお前が混乱してどうするんだ。落ち着け、お前が範を示せ。
本部、ウグイスワンが応答しない。そんな、あの人がやられるなんて。ダメだ、やっぱり悪魔だ。
ダメだ、くそ。敵は心理戦までこなしやがるのか。ガキどものくせに。
What the fuck? What the fuck? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, how did it go silent?
My headsets are fucking up, I think.
Oh.
Give me a minute. I think I accidentally pulled my headphone cable with my feet earlier. Sorry about that. Knockout used to corner the member psychologically. Worked even more effectively because they were in enemy territory and they were unfamiliar with the terrain and unfamiliar with the game. So they could stop using their intercom, but that wouldn't give the enemy more chances to attack them eventually. Okanogi was growing fuel for the club members, and he still grasped their true identities. How Takano recognized how serious the situation was. She kept getting the mountain dogs to get their shit together. She was the type of commander who only commanded attack and let her men die. But Takano's reckless orders were working in a way. Although the club members were winning, their area operations were getting smaller. The members were trying to lure the enemies one trap after another. Defeating the mountain dogs led allowing them to come into the territory.
You should marry Israel.
What?
Don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that one was. I don't know what happened.
Brandon, go to sleep. Before I put
even late for me.
Before I put you down like the dog you are.
Woof woof.
羽生ちゃんすごいよ。本当の神様みたいだった。
っていうかすごいね羽生。あのドスは波の人間にはちょいと無理だよ。
だって神様なのですから。ニパー
ニパー。
それを言ったらケイイチもすごいのです。鶏の首を絞めたみたいなすごい悲鳴を出してましたです。こんなのケイイチさんには朝飯前ですわよ。何しろ我が部の通り名は口先の魔術師でございますもの。
Magician of words.
へへへ。相手が人で耳がついてるか。
Remember when Keiichi was the main character?
誰だろうと俺様のケイイチ
Whoa, what the fuck?
思いのままに操ってやるぜ。
No, no.
You should become a voice actor. I bet you'd be famous.
Bro, a cockroach should crawl on the bottom of my foot. It's over.
What the fuck?
What? A cockroach?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would. I would.
I
I would kill myself.
You should kill yourself, Brandon, I guess.
I might.
I'm sorry, like, I
so
can't
horrible.
fight. No, yeah, I'd be like, I can't fight. Nah, it touched me in my room like that. There's no escape other than the sweet embrace of death.
敵は山頂付近の営林署の資材小屋あたりを本拠地にしている模様。交渉を取られてる。こちらの動きが筒抜けのはず。奇襲はあって当たり前よ。差し違えてでも倒しなさい。
サンサ、武装に戻る許可を。奴らを制圧するにはペーサーでは無理です。
許可できるわけないでしょう。私たちは今奴らを完全に包囲して追い詰めているのよ。ここで引けば取り逃がすわよ。私たちはあいつらの首に両手をかけてる。あとは締めるだけなのよ。
Second, Okanogi received another radio call. The line meant his caller didn't want Takano to hear the conversation. Okanogi understood the meaning of that, so he walked away from Takano and answered quietly.
指揮者より大鳥は緊急事態です。診療所研究区画が襲撃を受けたようです。エントランス区画への侵入者警報を受信しましたが、すぐに解除されました。ご法事の手続きによらない解除です。状況の確認を求めていますが、無線に応じません。現在、研究区画の武装保安隊も含め、全員が沈黙しています。
We understood everything. You've been fooled. Expected a diversion. You never even thought they were heavily armed. You scared a unit of mountain dogs could be bested. Any of the soldiers in camouflage and he would have been fooled. Translating them because he thought they were kids. Now he really understood. He understood the reason why no adults had showed up to this battle on this mountain.
わかった。そいつは東京の格好に伝えたか。
まだです。連絡しますか。
連絡しろ。富武は奪還され脱出。村境で封鎖線を張らせてるが無理だろうな。武装保安隊を秒殺した連中だ。RPG 一機では難しいだろう。
封鎖線に応援を送りますか。
バカ。そんな余剰人員があったらお姫様が突撃させてるぜ。今手が空いてるのはむしろお前くらいだ。封鎖線に連絡。車両の強行突破に備えろと伝えろ。
了解。
了解。警戒を厳にする。各自聞け。診療所が襲撃され捕虜を奪われたとの連絡が入った。敵はおそらく車両にて強行突破を試みるものと思われる。
RPG を準備。他は一斉射撃で蜂の巣にしろ。射殺許可は出ているぞ。
Unlock's not an open and narrow case in the trunk of the van. The case was a powerful anti-tank weapon, designated RPG-7. It's a weapon that mainly said to change the history of modern warfare. Well, this terrifying weapon has firing range over several hundred meters, and is capable of burying most tanks in existence. Dawn, this weapon meant that they were now in the age where a lone foot soldier possessed the firepower to destroy a tank. It's capable of reshaping the history of warfare. I get it, Ryukishi, you like war. Wait, I shouldn't phrase it like that. Each of the 4 members had an MP5, which weapon used to destroy EDA car. There's no question the blockade team was well armed. Waiting the van until the enemy vehicle showed up. Once a suspicious vehicle they were planning to stop it and move into the middle of the road. They intended to destroy that vehicle by firing all at once. They all watched very carefully for suspicious vehicles coming from Hinamizawa. On the road that connects Hinamizawa to Okonomiya. It'd take more than half a day to get there. They used a different route. Blockade was where the gravel road changed to paver road, and it's what people call the village border. Last chance to stop anyone from leaving. That was a higher elevation point, so the vehicle would be coming downhill. They were probably expecting a barricade, as well as heavy resistance from the mountain dogs.
Yeah.
When it passed this point, they would have been by force. They could start a gunfight, but it'll take too much time. Sensing what he's saying, they should avoid unnecessary conflict. grumble. Someone's stomach growled, but no one made fun of it. It's understandable. Since all the members are getting ready for a battle, nobody even wanted to laugh. They looked at the clock. It's almost noon. Of course they've been getting hungry. That time they heard a noise coming from the direction Hinamizawa. Obviously the car was going very fast. The man moved to the middle of the road and stopped there. Some then hid behind the van and hid bushes side of the road, pointing their guns at a suspicious vehicle coming towards them. The car must have been going very fast, because this was a straight road. No matter how fast it was going, it couldn't escape. It belonged to Kasai. Shining black paint and the sound of the engine made it clear that it was a very nice car. G7 fires unguided rockets. Therefore, hitting a quickly moving target is particularly difficult. In this case, however, the target was straight ahead. Car tried to swerve, suddenly it flipped. If that was the case, it was necessary to shoot directly at it. Besides, according to what Kasai says, Power can easily flip a car without a direct hit. Even if there's only one chance to fire, the Mountain Dogs are definitely in an advantageous position.
Tomitake-san, 不審なワゴンが路上を封鎖してます。伏せてください。
注意して。向こうのワゴンの鼻先に当てるようにするんだ。
分かってます。一度経験してますので、コツは分かってますよ。
Mountain Dogs aim at the vehicles coming right for them.
まだまだ引き寄せろ。距離100未満まで引き寄せろ。
分かってる。即挙してろ。
Some dogs in the bushes lay in wait, ready to fire. Walker and the chip glittered easily, as waiting for his prey.
距離200、150。攻撃用意。
Soldier put his finger on the trigger to RPG-7.
赤坂さん、衝撃に備えてください。
距離100。
What happened? Did the RPG-7 fire? That's when the ones measuring the distance should have noticed something. Shooter's shoulder had been hit. It was tumbled to the ground.
スナイパー。銃声はなかった。距離400以上だ。そんなのどうでもいい。撃てて、撃てて。
And the regular guns could stop the car now. Mountain Dogs fired all at once. Immediately they realized something. The car had been hit by hail bullets at close range. Any normal car would have been on fire in short order. But there was nothing. This wasn't a normal car.
そりゃそうです。園崎家御用達の防弾リムジンですから。
It is a Yakuza car.
RPG を観測手が拾った。撃たせるな。
この距離で外すと。
Joe and Kasai were far beyond the straight road. There were many enemies' blind spots on the other side of the hill, on top of the abandoned car. Shion was on her knees, checking the Mountain Dog's movement, with a pair of military-grade, high-power binoculars. Kasai was lying atop the car with a sniper rifle in his hands. Shion figured this would be the Mountain Dogs who placed their ambush. His only way to beat the dogs was to snipe at them. Both Shion and Kasai took sniping lessons in the US during the Dan conflict. Kasai was now aiming at the man who picked up the RPG and was trying to take a position with it. Again, the RPG went firing down the ground. The two who tried to shoot were both groaning and clutching at their wounds. Shot in the shoulder. The wounds wouldn't kill them, but definitely couldn't fire that rocket. The car had arrived. Mountain Dog screamed and dove out its way. Akasaka must have been used to driving this kind of situation. Hit the nose of the van just right and broke through the blockade. The van was hurled and spun in a circle. And the Mountain Dogs tried to get back in the van. Shion and Kasai shot at them.
銃声が完全に着弾より遅れてるぞ。超長距離狙撃だ。
狙撃教練を完全に終了してるベテラン狙撃手だぞ。
あとそれと同格のベテラン観測士がペアだ。こっちの動きが丸見えらしいぞ。狙いが正確すぎる。
Scope in the sniper rifle is one specifically made for sniping. Therefore, its field of vision is able to see the surroundings well. I know what a spotter is. Yes. Usual binoculars, snipers can't do it alone. Blah blah blah. Try to stand and climb to the van, but the ultra velocity rifle bullets pin them down.
I don't think you know how a sniper works, AJ.
I mean, I do know it needs a spot. I know what a spotter is.
I have to explain to you what this is.
Ryukishi likes military shit. That's what this entire chapter has been.
I guess they just figured that like his Japanese audience wouldn't get it.
Why? Because we're Americans? That's why we get the gun stuff?
No, I think his Japanese audience wouldn't get it. Like, so that's why he just included all that shit about like how a sniper works and that the sniper needs a spotter. You know, we're reading a translated novel, AJ.
Shut up. Tomitake opened a window near one of the back seats and leaned out. Hot air blew into the car. The car was jolting up and down the bumper and he checked the mechanism of his gun calmly. He did naturally, as though examining his favorite camera. The gun had been taken from one of the security guards in the basement. The dogs and van held the same gun in his hands. Weapons were evenly matched. The road was no longer straight, it curved like a snake. There were some bumps and sharp curves, which made things in the car fly all over. A gunfight in this situation would be extremely difficult. Tomitake realized he run empty and no time to waste the bullets. Instead of firing recklessly, he carefully waited for the right distance. In doing so, he tried to convince his enemy they were still out of range to make them close the gap. On the other hand, the mountain dogs couldn't take it any longer. He fired, wasting his bullets on the bumpy road. Those bullets hit the wrecked body of Kasai's car, making a nasty metallic noise.
Tomitake-san, 身を乗り出していては危険です。
大丈夫。あんな下手くそじゃ当たらないよ。僕の生徒だったらゼロからやり直しだな。このような状況下では動きを読むんだ。挙動を予測し、弾幕で予測射撃をするんだ。当てようと思わない。弾幕に突っ込ませるようにするんだ。こういう風にね。
Tomitake for the first time, after cautiously waiting for the perfect moment. So it was fascinating with his shooting form. His stance was also so firm he didn't lose control, even the violent bursts of shots. Yet there was no unnecessary tension, just enough slack. Despite being in such an anomalous position of leaning out of his car, Tomitake was shooting very precisely. It's nothing like what the mountain dogs did earlier. He shot at just the right time, so the bullets went where it's supposed to go. It was hard to believe that I was using the same gun. Nasty metallic sounds etched themselves in the body of the van, which made the mountain dogs just realize how good Tomitake was.
あいつめちゃくちゃ射撃がうまいぞ。ただの東京のジム屋じゃねえのかよ。
俺、噂に聞いたことあるんだ。富武にって事故でジム屋に移ったらしいが、教官時代は不正規戦部隊の射撃教官だったと聞いたぞ。
なんだよそれ。ってことはあいつ。
He's good at his job. Mountain Dog's gonna tell with their predicament. No dog is capable of hitting his target easily with such a bad road. Further bulletproof limousine. Another very bad. Van which ends with the limousine in pursuit. All shots just been warning ones. Unless the mountain dogs call off. This is a weird, like this song has a fucking weird ass sound in the background. That goes like ah.
封鎖線が突破されたならそれ以上はもう深追いするな。 富武は射撃の名手だぞ。死に急ぐな。
どうする？行かせていいのか？
了解。こちら追跡車両、追跡を断念。起動する。
諦めたようだね。向こうは速度を落としたよ。
あれだけの銃撃戦をしたのに全く平静なままですね。相当の場数をお見受けします。
訓練の賜物さ。
He's a good never, even after a gunfight. Akasaka feels fun and get to know Tomitake for the first time. I'm gonna have sweet victory sex after this is all over.
Tomitakeにご無事でしたか？連絡が取れず心配しておりました。
Tomitake's making a call from a telephone booth outside of Okinomiya. Phone lines around there were on a different network than the ones the Mountain Dogs had sabotaged. So he could make that call. Thank you for explaining that. Tomitake called Tokyo immediately. He told Tokyo's spies to Mountain Dogs in Tokyo's research division. That's how they found out where he was. He also told them that he was captured, but he had escaped. He told them that they were fooled by the diversion, that they were on the mountain as they spoke. While he was captured, Major Takano, ringleader, hinted the existence of mastermind she was working for, etc. Explaining everything that he had learned this far.
入江機関の早急な鎮圧を。彼らはすでに地上での発砲を繰り返しており、このままでは村人に発覚するのも時間の問題です。番犬の緊急出動を強く要請します。
もしもし、調査部の岡だ。無事でよかった。番犬はすでに南沢地区の南方30キロで空中待機。
30 kilometers south. Okay, good.
こちらも上層部に鎮圧命令を求めていたのだが、石頭どもが事なかれ主義で渋りやがってな。だが君が無事ならば話が早い。君の話はすぐにトップに説明する。許可はすぐ出るだろう。20分以内に番犬は到着する。つい今、高野三佐とおこのぎ兄に逮捕命令が出た。
Well,
利益官の即時制圧と山犬への武装解除命令も出た。
that's practically check.
君のおかげだぞ。
Not checkmate, but still. Talk walked over to the telephone box.
話はつきましたか？
ええ。番犬部隊が鎮圧に緊急出動するそうです。すでに近くに空中待機していて、20分ほどで吸収するそうです。
どの程度に強いんですか？その番犬という連中は。
山犬が機密保持のための多目的部隊だとしたら、番犬は戦闘のみに特化した精鋭部隊です。装備も人材も比べ物になりません。おそらくあっという間でしょうね。
I guess I'll look at this watch. It's about 12:30. Bloodhounds will arrive in about 20 minutes. I guess I can remember how hungry he was. It was lunchtime already. He was brave enough. He would head to a noodle shop, and by the time it was done, everything would have ended. Mountain dogs who fought well until the last possible moment, and their ran soon, too. We're in an area of rice fields and residential areas mixed, at the border of Okinomiya. I discovered thin layer of silver clouds, with a cool breeze was blowing. It looked like it might even rain a little. Two of them couldn't even remember how many times their lives were threatened that day. They wanted nothing more than let the rain soak their bodies. After a while, Sakasaka spoke.
どうしますか、富武さ
ん？どうするって何をね？
私、南沢へ戻ろうと思っています。まだみんな戦ってる。
そうだね。でもいいのかい？一度はくぐり抜けた視線だよ。
リカちゃんが待ってる。まだ約束は果たし終えていません。
なら戻ろう。僕も用事があってね。 ちょうど戻ろうと思ってたんだよ。赤坂さんはヘリの旅の経験はあるかい？乗せてもらえることになってるんだ。
Watched a breeze blowing over the rice fields for a while and then returned to a bullet-ridden car. Car set up quickly and he drove it back the way they came. It was only noon. There's still plenty of time before Wat Nagashi Festival began. Alright, that seems like a good place to end this episode. Griffin, are you there? You're muted. I'll do my outro alone.
I'm here.
I think this is a good place to also do another break. It's
okay.
You know what?
We're closing in on the end. Don't worry.
Yeah, I feel like that. So I want to save any thoughts I have for when we actually beat it. So until then, have a gale time, y'all. Peace.